I keep getting these couples talking about their man wants to have an open relationship. Somebody got caught cheating. What if I told you the issue is that the energy that you're giving each other is what's making this happen? You keep giving that hubby or that wifey energy and you think that's what's going to keep your partner. Real talk, things have changed. Relationships are not the way they were designed 30 years ago. And there's way too much temptation out here to think that that constant wifey energy or that husband energy is what's going to keep your relationship alive. Within my therapy practice, 2 household incomes, everything on the outside looks great. But on the inside, both of them feel unsatisfied, feels like they want more. Unfortunately, since they're in a relationship, they think, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be. And when I work with my clients, one-on-one or in couples, I tell them, my focus isn't on saving your relationship. My focus is on working on you to be the best version of yourself that you can as an individual and bring that energy into the relationship. We often associate our relationships with the responsibilities, and you think that's what's going to keep it going. It's not. I can guarantee you it is not, because today's times things are different. Most people don't keep a car for more than 5 years, let alone having one partner forever. The problem is a lot of these dudes now, it's tempting. They have these girls out here and they want them. They feel desired by these chicks. Men don't necessarily walk around wanting to cheat, at least not whole men. What ends up happening is somebody looks at them and they remember, dang, I remember when my wife used to look at me like that, when she used to look at me and smile or be turned on, how she would be spontaneous. But when I bring these things up to my wife, she tells me how all these other things are priority, or at least that's how I feel. She reminds me that she has to cook, that she has to clean, that she has to take care of the kids. And though those are valid, that doesn't help the relationship in the way that he's seeing what he needs in that moment. What he needs is, yeah, I feel that too. And that's something that I want to be able to do. Let's work on it. But that's not what happens in most relationships. And then when it's about to end, that's when people start giving their best foot forward. And unfortunately, at that point, not that it's too late, but it just takes a lot more effort to rekindle what y'all once had. Women, your dude wants to feel like you're a 403 sometimes. He wants to be flirted with. He wants to be made to feel like, he's the man and he's feeling himself, even if he's not the man that you met. In real talk, if you can't respect him, if you're not into him, then it's really up for you to decide if you want to be in that relationship or not. But if you want to be in that relationship, you have to do your part. You have to help him feel appreciated. You have to let him know that he turns you on. And if you're not turned on, y'all have to have a deep conversation about how you can rekindle that. Because for men, we want to feel desired, we want to feel appreciated, and we want to feel respected. And when you're not flirting with us, when you're not giving us that attention, straight rejection, you may not see it that way, but that's how a lot of men feel. And unfortunately, with that rejection, men often internalize it. And then when he steps out here in these streets, there's some woman that's going to look at him, that's going to give him that validation that he seeks, and it's going to turn him on. I'll never condone cheating. I'll never condone doing stuff behind people's back. But I'm just telling you the reality of the situation. I'm not making it right, but I'm just saying this is what we're faced with. What are you going to do about it? So we have to acknowledge the old model isn't working. So I am going to address my fellas next. Men, we can't just sit out here and say, man, my girl don't flirt with me. She don't come on to me no more. She doesn't appreciate me. First and foremost, you likely don't appreciate yourself, meaning you're not bringing that grounded, sovereign energy into the relationship that makes a woman want to lean into you. You have got to be able to regulate your emotions. Listen, you can't expect a woman to be turned on by you when she has to regulate your emotions, or she feels tense because she don't know if you're going to go off on her. Or on the other side of the spectrum, you're people pleasing and you're doing everything to try to tend to her needs. In relationships, polarity has to exist, meaning that there has to be, for every yin, there's a yang. If there's black, there's white. But the attraction comes when you meet in the middle. And oftentimes guys don't understand that. So with the polarity, one thing that you have to do when you're angry, that is a repellent. When she feels like she can't talk to you because you're going to go off on her, that's not going to turn her on. But if you're the man that can still stand up for himself like an oak tree, but understand, I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to validate her. I'm not going to take things personal when she's trying to open up to me, because I want her to feel heard. And a woman that feels heard and respected is going to lean into you. She's going to be attracted to you. She's going to be in heat with you because she feels safe with you. So ladies, I don't want you to be intimidated by this side chick culture. I want you to feel comfortable with being your man's side chick. I tell my clients, hey, at minimum twice a month, put it on them, right? And putting it on them not meaning that you got to hang from the ceiling. It just means that you got to do a little something extra to make him feel appreciated. Wear suggestive things when it's appropriate, right? Put on a little something that lets him know, like, hey, I'm thinking about you, but I can't do all that in front of the kids. We got stuff to do. Things like that helps a man feel appreciated, helps him feel wanted, and honestly helps you get what you want at the end of the day as well. Men, you got to understand, non-sexual contact is important. Telling her that she's beautiful without the expectation of getting laid at the end of it is important. Telling her how much you appreciate her and just glazing into her eyes is important. And I don't want you to lose yourself thinking that you just have to be some people pleaser or some little boy around your girl. No. A man knows who he is. A man is grounded, and a man makes it safe for everyone around him, including his woman. So if his woman is trying to talk to him and open up to him about things, he listens. He doesn't defend. When his wife is telling him about her day, even if you don't care, you engage. You put your phone down, you look at her. Again, it may take 5-10 minutes, but that 5-10 minutes goes a long way because she sees that you care about her issues. And that is the biggest aphrodisiac that's out there. So real talk, the issue isn't the side chicks or cheating or people not being honest. Everybody just wants to have a healthy, fun relationship. And when we're in these long-term relationships, we lose that novelty. We stop having fun, and it starts being about responsibilities. And when your life is about responsibilities, it's hard to be attracted to the other person because you feel like you're supposed to do these things instead of wanting to do these things. And I work with my clients on getting that back, to getting the fun back into the relationship. With my foundation as a therapist, I work with my clients on this, on understanding the root causes of what's going on. But as a consultant, I'm able to lean more into what's going on at this present moment and then how to fix it. Instead of trying to get to the root, we just look at what's going on now and how to make it better for those relationships. So if you're interested in a one-on-one call or a one-on-one meeting, go to thesovereignconnections.com to schedule. Take care. Peace.